Camilla left stunned. King Charles's shocking decision that changed everything. The ongoing power tussle within royal walls. King Charles's latest decision sent shockwaves, leaving Queen Camilla speechless. The villa controversy is proving to be quite a test for King Charles. But what exactly is the king's game-changing move? How will this new development shape the future of the monarchy? Stay with us as we unfold this royal drama. Number 1. The controversial claim. Camilla's move that sparked outrage. The royal family is not new to controversies. They have had their fair share of conspiracies and betrayals. However, this recent controversy has the potential to have long-lasting impacts. At the heart of this controversy lies Queen Camilla. Camilla has always been a controversial figure in British royalty, despite the cold attitude of his family and severe criticism from the media and public. She stood by King Charles's side, supporting him and influencing him every step of the way. But as this villa controversy has taken its toll, things have not been the same between Charles and Camilla. The Queen, known for her self-willed personality, is central to this controversy. This property is important not only for its grandeur and affluence, but also because of its historical significance, traditional integrity, and symbolic value for the monarchy. It's a historical place for royals, a memorial to their centuries-old legacy. More than mere brick and walls, the villa holds the value of countless memories, gatherings, diplomatic dinners, and moments that shaped the nation's history. Nobody expected that even a palace could become the center of drama, causing a deep rift in the family. Although this may seem like a trivial property management matter, many see her ulterior motives behind this decision. But what exactly was this controversy? The Queen manages several properties. As part of her responsibilities, tension escalated when she took a villa and used it for personal use. Now, it may seem like a petty issue, but there is certainly more to this than meets the eye. The family has a long tradition of following protocols and work by the book. These protocols are supreme, and if senior royals like the Queen are not following them, who else will? This move was not taken lightly. It was seen as an encroachment. Having someone from the family use the royal villa for personal purposes is not something family members are accustomed to or will tolerate. It was bound to cause serious consequences, and it certainly did. Such a place cannot be used to serve an individual's whims. It is a shared heritage. This has never happened in the past, and it is not what they can accept now. Especially at this critical period when they are already dealing with too many fronts. Prince Harry's betrayal, Prince Andrew's shameful fall, and the health issues of Princess Catherine and the King himself. Number 2. King Charles's explicit instructions and Camilla's defiance. A defiant move like this could not have been possible under King Charles's watch. He has been very steeped in traditions. Born and raised as the sole monarchy heir, he embodies tradition, duty, and service. He was raised under the late Queen's careful guidance and has seen his mother uphold principles far above personal liking or choices. Deeply aware of his role as the guardian of the monarchy's traditions, King Charles had clear instructions regarding the villa or other properties. To him, the royal estate symbolizes continuity, unity, and the connection between the crown and the people. He even wanted to open all palaces to the public. So, the monarch could not allow such a frivolous act of using the family houses for personal use. However, the Queen's action caused another challenge for the monarch. This controversy almost divided the family and caused much uproar from the media and the public as well. Number 3. The royals react. Princess Anne's strong opposition. Queen Camilla's action was not taken well within the family. Eyebrows were raised, disapprovals were muttered, and an unease settled into palace corridors. There have already been too many rifts in the family, and this new one was unexpected and unwanted. Such an action could not go unnoticed by Princess Anne. The princess has always been known for abiding by the rules. She has always been there to uphold the royal standards and has a lifelong dedication to preserving and continuing the monarchy. She has been considered the eyes and ears of the monarchy. Such a misuse of power under her watch was certainly infuriating her. From a very young age, Princess Anne has performed duties. She has stayed side by side with her mother, silently absorbing how to manage the monarchy, uphold family traditions, and abide by the rules. Ever since her beloved mother's demise, her role has become even more monumental. She has been standing with her brother, the king, with unwavering support. Whether she is facing challenges, helping him perform his duties despite his declining health, or providing counsel on pressing matters, she has stood by the king. She will go to any extent to protect her mother's legacy. As a firm traditionalist, she always opposes any move that could undermine the monarchy's integrity. Camilla's motives cannot be fulfilled as long as Princess Anne has a say in these matters. According to inside reports, she was quite vocal in expressing her disapproval. While always maintaining the decorum of a calm and posed exterior, she has been voicing her concerns in private meetings. Not only did she react, but she was clear in her stance. She saw Camilla's action as a direct attempt to take control of the system, which can undermine centuries-old traditions. Princess Anne is known for her straightforward, no-nonsense approach and exemplary dedication to royal duties. She reportedly disapproved of Camilla's actions, adding to the tension within the family dynamic. Number 4. Family divided. The growing rift behind palace doors. King Charles himself has been dealing with a lot of family tensions despite his failing health. While the monarch has always remained steadfast against all the scandals, the family divide is taking its toll. Behind the palace doors lies the truth that few mutter publicly. Reports of clashes between King Charles and his wife, Queen Consort, are becoming evident. She was the woman who had stood by him throughout her life, ever since she married him, and even before that. They may try to present a perfect image of solidarity and unity, but tension simmers behind closed doors. These cracks are becoming visible to everyone, even from a distance. Right now, the king's plate is filled with his new responsibilities, a disrupting family, scandals that have seemed to be a new reality of the royal family, and dealing with Camilla, who has always been a controversial figure. As a king, his every move is scrutinized. Dealing with his controversial past has become challenging, and his wife's liberal demeanor does not help him. Not only is King Charles apprehensive of Camilla's action, but whispers of tension are coming from other sides as well, especially from the future king. Prince William, who found himself amid this family feud and controversies, is affected by all this even more. Not only because he is the future king, but he has always tried his best to stay faithful to his responsibilities and strike a balance between family and his duty. The prince knows that he has to protect the monarchy and prevent it from frivolous personal choices. That was from the family. But what exactly is the public reaction? Number 5. Public backlash. How the British people responded. The public and the Queen have had a troubled relationship from the start. The public has always been critical of Camilla, citing their unquestioned reverence and loyalty to Lady Diana. They have never accepted Camilla as a queen. Her smallest gestures, body language, and choices are scrutinized and criticized. Many viewed her as a third person between Diana and Charles. The public has been critical of Camilla ever since she became the queen. So how could such a move of hers go unnoticed by the public, who are already finding reasons to lash out at her? The media sided with the public in this regard. In fact, it played a great role in highlighting her moves and drawing public attention towards them. Tabloids were written, and speculations were made by royal historians who saw this move as a breach of conduct and were not ready to accept their queen's willful behavior. Number 6. Charles's dilemma. Protecting Camilla or the royal legacy. When the family, public and media join hands to thwart Camilla's attempt, the situation worsens for the king, who has already been fighting on too many fronts. He has always taken the brunt of public and media criticism for Camilla. She has been the love of his life. As a monarch, his first and foremost obligation is to carry on the traditions and to a legacy deeply rooted in tradition, looking after a disoriented family and managing public perceptions. As king, Charles's decisions cannot be selfish or emotional. They will decide the fate of the monarchy. He has already faced immense pressure to repair the royal family's image, and Camilla's willful actions are not helping. He knew he needed to take deliberate steps to tackle the challenges posed to the monarchy. King Charles has always been mindful of his duty as a monarch. Abiding by his title and carrying on the traditions have been in his blood. He was raised on these values and upheld his responsibilities as a king. He knew his actions would set a precedent for future generations of the monarchy. Number 7. The Queen versus the Princess, Anne's direct challenge to Camilla. One of the most critical challenges in the family is the coexistence of Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. The rift between the two senior family members is nothing new. It goes back to their youth and has left an undeniable mark on their relationship. It is not a hidden reality that Princess Anne gave Camilla a cold shoulder when she entered the family. She has been critical of her so much that she has called her out for being called the Queen instead of the Queen Consort. It is not a very happy situation for King Charles, as he has always been close to his sister. She has always been there to support the monarchy and has worked all her life for royal duties. Reconciling both women has been a difficult task for King Charles lately. Princess Anne is not a timid person like the king. She is strong-willed, and according to inside reports, she has confronted the Queen regarding her actions. This may not sit well with King Charles. This family rift only adds fuel to the fire, causing him to almost break under the pressure of the monarchy. He has to decide on how to put an end to these speculations and personal rifts. Number 8. The role of royal advisors. Intervention behind the scenes. However, behind the closed walls of the monarchy, several royal advisors play an essential role in the survival and continuity of the monarchy. They may not appear in public, but their role in influencing several decisions is pivotal. These trusted confidants are always busy giving their advice, handling controversies, and ensuring the safety of the family's public image. From managing scandals to handling rifts, these advisors are the unseen architects of decisions. Reportedly, these royal advisors have always tried to balance discretion with decisions. Whether it was the king's marriage to Camilla, making her acceptable to the public, or the transfer of power from the late Queen to King Charles, they have long been advisors, damage controllers, and crisis managers for the royal family. Number 9. King Charles finally acts his historic decision. While torn between duties and her lifelong love, Camilla, the decision wasn't easy for King Charles. Camilla has been with him for a long time, but what's equally compelling was the influence of Princess Anne. Together, they were raised to preserve royal traditions and uphold duty. Thus, it is not surprising that his decisions are not based on personal preference or choices. As a monarch, he has to consider family unity, continuity of the monarchy, and passing on the best example for later generations. He had already made his moves clear. Despite falling ill, he passed on his duties to the next-in-line heir, Prince William. The moment was marked by the support of her unwavering ally, friend, and sister, Princess Anne. Together, they decided that there is no place for ulterior motives and selfish moves in a family that is already facing challenges from within. The royal palaces and villas are for collective use. This is how the tradition has been, and this is how it will continue for future generations. Number 10. Camilla's reaction, stunned and isolated. King Charles's attempt to preserve traditions and transparency did not go well with Queen Camilla, but she had no choice but to follow the wind. Camilla may feel sidelined despite her lifelong commitment to the king, but she is prudent enough not to make the rift too obvious. It may have stung her and marked a turning point in her relationship with the king. After all, he is a king first, and then a husband. Coexisting in both places is challenging, and balancing both duties is not easy. She may have felt blindsided by his weight of responsibilities. Still, her enduring commitment to the king remains steadfast. Her relationship with him goes back a long way, and she certainly knows how to tackle him. While the king's preference for his duties may have stirred personal feelings of hurt or exclusion, she tackles these challenges with calm composure, reflecting her commitment to both King Charles and the British monarchy. Number 11. The aftermath. How the royal family moves forward. Queen Camilla's actions were not taken lightly by the rest of the family, which was already divided by personal conflict, scandals, and challenges. It was not just a family matter after all. What was at stake was royalty's public image and loyal legacy. The decision clearly showed King Charles's approach to favoring monarchy and institutions over personal privileges. He has already clarified his stance that palaces should be open to the public and accessible. He understands the need to introduce a modern approach to monarchy and adapt to modern ways. Number 12. A warning for the future. Lessons from this royal scandal. After all, this royal villa scandal was not ordinary. Its implication can be more far-reaching than what appears to the surface. It was not just a petty issue of property, but a symbol of control and using influence for personal motives. If left unchecked, such actions threaten to undermine a monarch's authority. The king's delicate role involves what is happening at this time and what legacy he passes on to the next generation. The monarchy under his control should reflect his mother's vision and uphold her tradition, and that is how he wanted to pass it on to later generations rather than being tarnished due to the frivolous choices of those close to him. Number 13. William and Kate's perspective. Where do they stand? These actions are also a beacon of guidance for the next monarch. King Charles is already dealing with falling health and has assigned many duties to the future King Prince Williams. He may have left with little time, but he cannot pass on a tarnished title to the next king. Prince William has already made his position very clear. A few months back, he even expelled Queen's sister from the palace payroll. This decision was clearly in line with royal policy. Number 14. Could this happen again? The risks of modernizing the monarchy. King Charles's action remains thoughtful and far-reaching. If left unattended, this small scandal may snowball into a significant crisis for later king or queen, who may as well take things as they prefer rather than how tradition goes. King Charles has always been open to modernizing the monarchy. He understands the recent demands from a monarch, but still aligning with tradition and centuries-old principles is very important for him. His actions exhibit his deep understanding of balancing tradition and progress. This approach ensures the monarchy remains relevant and respected in an ever-changing world. King Charles's decision wasn't just about a royal villa. It symbolizes his commitment to upholding duties and responsibilities above every other emotion. It was about preserving the monarchy and passing on a message to the next generation to echo the same thoughtfulness, commitment, and dedication to their duty. What do you think about this shocking drama? Should King Charles have chosen his emotional bond with Camilla and have returned her lifelong commitment to him? And to what extent is Princess Anne responsible for steering the king to the path of tradition? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal revelations.